Let's stick to the Civil War topic because even Yahoo News released an article just moments ago, and it's titled "The Supreme Court Could Foster a New Kind of Civil War." So this is conversation that's being normalized. I was warning about this for a couple years now. It's called the divide and conquer agenda, and I think it's important to understand right now because from my perspective, there's a bunch of ruling elites manipulating the left and the right to fight each other on cultural issues, on issues that I would even regard as petty in some instances, while we are getting screwed and literally robbed of our wealth and money and potential to have any kind of legitimate future for our children. So I think, this term, Civil War, you've been talking about it forever, Tim. I think is something that we should discuss further because I think there's a big potential for this.
Well, I think we're in a new kind of civil war already. I've certainly talked about it. When you see the left go around destroying buildings in 2020, 5/29, never forget, the leftist insurrection at the White House, where they tried tearing down the fences, they tore down the barricades, set fire to a guard post, and they tried to raze St. John's Church, the famous President's Church. And 150 officers get injured in these protests. That was an insurrection. The president was forced into a bunker, and they laughed at him for it.
How many federal agents and officers of the law were injured there?
150.
And Tim,
but here, my point real quick, sorry, is just that where's the hearings? Where are the arrests? Where's any Republican to come out and be like, look what happened here? Yeah, so when the federal government and law enforcement is only going after one group of people and the other faction is doing substantially more damage, yeah, okay, look. Some people say anarcho-tyranny, and I'm like, anarcho-tyranny is like criminals get away with it, but law-abiding citizens get arrested. This is something different. This is Antifa and far leftists go around smashing and destroying, and then the media and the government look away. And then you get a handful of like, what are this Patriot Front group that no one believes is real anyway, and no one cares about, gets arrested for simply going into a city. They get surrounded. They get a conspiracy charge. I mean, look, everybody thinks they're feds anyway, so I kind of thought it was funny. But if you're people in a truck and they surround you and arrest you just for that, I mean, you didn't do anything. We're already at a point where $2 billion in insurance damage, and it was probably more than that, buildings destroyed, burned down all across this country, and nothing. 30 or so deaths related to this rioting, and nothing. I don't care. Look, arrest Patriot Front if they're doing something wrong, right? But what about literally the other factions that are doing substantially worse? Nothing is getting done.
Well, we definitely are in a political, psychological information war that you're seeing unfold through education, through the mainstream media, through movies, through Hollywood, through music, through CRT, through all of these agendas and teachings that come through all of these channels. And I think the bigger picture here is it's not necessarily left versus right. It's this global agenda from the top down. And I think the uniparty is nothing new, but I think a lot of people view it this way where it's like, it's left versus right in the United States. I think that's the way they want us to view it. They want us into a civil war. They want us attacking each other. So it gives this global elite an excuse for full government overreach. And the craziest part about this entire thing is people that believe they're on the right side, right? Which we would say like people on the left or whatever, right? People that think the useful idiots that are on the ground, like Tim is talking about, the Antifa people, the BLM people, these far leftists, these Marxist professors and universities and you name it, right? These people think they're on the right side because they have the power in all these institutions, especially big tech. That's another one to name. They think they're on the right side, but you're literally being used just to push an agenda forward so that the bigger powers at B can come in and just have an excuse to take over everything. And anyone that's not in line at that point, doesn't matter whether you're on the left or the right. If you're not in line with the power structure or the agenda, you're gone.
Absolutely.
One of the